Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Christina. I do everything with home design on a budget and home decor hauls. In today's video, we're going to touch base a little bit about how to strategically place plants in our home to make it feel cohesive and put together, but not overdone. So if you love videos like this, subscribe and let's get into this video. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is live plants and artificial plants. Now, I know a lot of people out there are really against artificial plants, but literally sometimes people do not have the light in their home or the green thumb to take care of these plants. So honestly, bringing in some artificial plants, mixing them together with your real plants can have a beautiful flow in your home. So I do this in my home. I mix artificial and real. I have a real snake plant that's really low maintenance that I keep by my window in my accent chair. And then I have some artificial plants up on shelves, coffee tables, and spread through my home. You can mix plants together, you guys. It's okay to do so. So don't be afraid to do this. Just make sure when you are buying these plants that you are looking at the scale of the plants that you're putting throughout your space. But yes, do not be afraid to mix real and fake plants. The next thing I want to talk about is scale of plants. So placing them high. So what I like to do is spread the plants out in different areas of my home. So the first thing I like to do is when I walk in my front door is I like to stand back and take a picture of my space. Now my dining room and my living room are connected, so it's really easy for me to do this. But if you guys have larger homes, just stand back in that individual space, take a photo, look at that photo, kind of analyze it, be like, okay, is this plant too much with this plant? Is this one too large for this plant? And just cut back, know where to scale back, know where to push and pull and take away. And that's how you kind of do it. So what I like to do is place like a statement plant on top of a shelf, a smaller plant on my coffee table. So there's room for coasters, candles, books, all those other accessories, and it doesn't feel overdone. Now, what I like to do on my fireplace is place something a little bit taller. Now, this can be olive stems, this can be whatever you guys choose. I have olive stems on my fireplace. I like the height of this. So that's another tip. If you want to bring in greenery on your fireplace, think height, especially if you have a large piece of art. Now, console tables on the back of your sofa can go either way. You can do a large scale plant on the back of your sofa, or you can do a small plant layered on some books. So you just kind of have to use your eye and spread them around and make sure you're using different types of plants. So the next thing I wanted to touch base with is bringing in different types of plants. Okay, so you can bring in a snake plant in one area. If it's visible to the coffee table, you want to bring in a different kind of plant. Maybe something a little bit more free-flowing. Maybe something with a different shade of green. You want to make sure you are mixing and matching your plants, and that's going to make it look cohesive in your home. So the next thing on my list here is when you bring all of these plants in, make sure you're strategically placing them far enough apart. So I think people do this way too often. They crowd up their shelves with a bunch of plants, and I know this can be the boho look, but I feel like it's a little bit overdone. We really don't want to walk into a jungle. We want to walk into a cohesive space. So make sure if you're decorating that shelf that you bring in maybe a couple pieces of life, smaller plants, but don't overcrowd them in that area. And make sure that you're spreading them far enough apart so it feels cohesive and beautiful. All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is lighting. So if you have a large window or a lot of natural light in your home, bring those live plants in those areas. An accent chair, you can put a live plant there by a window. As long as you're getting enough light and you're able to take care of that plant. I love to bring like a string of eucalyptus hanging off a shelf or a little touch of greenery in every little area of my home. In my kitchen, I like to bring a green plant on one of my shelves. A lot of the time, it's good to bring real live plants in a kitchen, especially if you have a natural light coming from a window. But I like to spread them around my kitchen in different areas, and this just brings your home alive. Now, a lot of us have neutral palettes in our home these days. It's a very, very popular interior design style to go neutral. So bringing in that life, you guys, is gonna brighten up your homes. It's gonna make it beautiful, and it's gonna bring in nature. But let's just be careful that we're not overdoing it. We're not packing our rooms with plants because it really can be overwhelming. And at the end of the day, nobody wants to walk into this forest, this jungle, this chaos. They want to see a nice cohesive space that's cozy and inviting. All right, you guys, well, that is it for me today. It's just a quick little video. I wanted to touch base on plants. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.